Is it thinking about it?
It's thinking about it.
Mm.
We're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 4, day 1, part D. We're calling a mulligan on week 4 due to the weather delays and other delays that we had, and we want it to count. So this is going to be the start over. So week 4, day 1. Welcome. That puts us kind of halfway or right in the middle, really, of the 8-week program, and really in the middle if you're going to count week 7, day 3 as race day. So we are doing a 30-minute run today with a 3-minute warm-up, 3-minute cool down, and we're doing an easy, nice and easy 15-second run interval, 45-second walk interval. I see some people have joined, so please drop your name in the comments, say hi, let us know you're here. Let's get out there and pound some pavement, shall we? Because the weather, unlike last week, is quite nice right now. I see Rhonda Lee. Happy Tuesday to you.
Boston
We have a Boston
Marathoner.
Amy's here. You just can't see her because she's short.
Boston Marathoner, you.
Yeah. So while this is not going to be the Boston Marathon we're going to do today,
no.
it is going to get us ready for our next 10K run, whenever and wherever that may be. So I don't know about you, but I've got mine set up. Now, you're doing a different interval today.
Yes.
So, Amy, hopefully we'll be able to maybe monitor the chat a little bit while you're doing your thing.
We'll see.
But
I'll go.
We're going to get out there and get cracking. I have some water, just so you know, if you guys are going to be doing this in the playback. Cheryl's in here, just finishing up her couch to 5K run. Outstanding. Outstanding.
Yay.
Well, I'm hydrating up. I've already hit my gallon of water for the day, but I'm getting some extra credit in right here. I don't think I'm going to need it quite as much as I would have like last week. This is kind of nice. So I'm going to get cracking here, and I will see you out there on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go.
Love you guys.
So let's get started. We got our 3-minute warm-up right now. You used your...
Cheryl is also a Boston Marathoner.
That's right. Look at these Boston Marathoners. I am in very, very prestigious company here. This is so nice. Use my trail marathon to count for Boston. Nothing wrong with that. I can't imagine a trail marathon. Whew. Man, no way. Not no way. Just way. Lost count of how many gnats I've eaten. Protein. It's a protein snack on the race course. That way you're not overdoing it with the calories. It's just a little bite-sized portion, and good for the environment. Trip, hey lady, how are you? Yeah, I apologize for the hit or miss last week. It was just, I don't know what's going on. Like right now, the weather we're getting, this is kind of what we ought to be experiencing for the most part all the time, or heading into this part of the year. Now, yes, we're still technically in hurricane season here in Florida, but the weather pattern normally kind of levels out and gets normalized. But for us to still be getting any instances where we're getting lightning alerts this time of year, that's pretty late in the year. And then we had last minute travel in addition to that this past weekend. So events conspired, but we're back at it, doing our thing. So I hope that everybody is getting their workouts in, or for those of you that ran the Boston, because you're Boston Marathoners now, I hope that you're getting the appropriate amount of rest and recovery. So lots of protein, getting some stretching in, taking it easy, not overdoing it, overtraining anymore. That would be ideal, I think. But today's run is, like I said, it's a redo since last week was so relatively unreliable due to events I could not control that we are going to start over, start fresh. So this 15:45 segment we're going to be running, or run that we're doing today, gets us doing or going on that same interval, gets us used to it, and starts building us up for the next change in interval that we may be doing. The watch just went off letting me know I'm starting my walk interval. So we're out of the 3-minute warm up. We're in the 15 or the 45-second walk, and then we'll be doing our run interval in about 20 seconds. You're resting, short walks only, 30 minutes to walk a mile. I believe it. I can honestly say that I have never hurt so much as when we trained for the Disney Marathon a few years ago, and we got up to 25 miles in training runs. That was rough. Kudos to you ladies, because I know what that does in terms of breaking down the muscles. I know how it makes your joints feel, and just whole new worlds of chafing that you get to discover. Like, I never would have thought to put body glide on that part of my body. It exposes some weak points in the sportswear. I totally understand. Let's see here. I gotta make an adjustment to this handle. There we go. Right now, we are starting to see did I lose you guys? Hopefully not. I'm being warned to keep it PG. And here we go. Goodness. Sorry about that. I did not mean to lose you guys. I got a phone call. That's what happened. So, my car's extended warranty, I'm sure, is just fine. Oh, and here we go. Of course, the call came in during a run segment. Well, I'm glad I'm back. So, for those that are going to be watching this back, maybe doing it on replay, working along with us, again, even though we're 4 weeks in, the goal should be that you should be able to talk, carry on a conversation with a running buddy the entire time, and still have your heart rate up. So you're wanting to be elevated, but you're not wanting to be dying on these segments. Pumpkin pie. I am going to be so ready for a slice of pumpkin pie when I get off that 75 hard challenge. I do think pumpkin's my favorite for the holidays. Pecan is nice, but it's too sweet for enjoying a big piece. Josh! No dying, exactly. No dying, and preferably no puking. As we know, Jeff Galloway is anti-puking as well. I think we all are. I know I am. The nice thing also, as you can see, tons of construction. You guys have been seeing this one here too. At least this time of day, the construction guys are gone, the vehicles are gone. So really the only traffic I got to worry about tonight is folks that are actually coming home. So should be pretty lightly traveled. I'm also liking the fact that we're now getting to that time of year, and you can see it up ahead. It's mostly shade at this time of night now, not just mostly sun with some shade. I wouldn't go for that. I would be okay with that. I would even do the Cool Whip. I think that's actually the only time that I'm even okay with Cool Whip. Trying to keep the stride short, quick turn over, not bounce too much. The main thing is the short stride, not reaching with the heel, not overextending. Great way to pull your hamstring, jar your knee too much, exacerbate like plantar fasciitis if you have it. Yeah, preferably whipped cream. I agree. I mean, if you can go all natural, you go all natural. And nothing better than homemade whipped cream. A little bit of fresh vanilla bean, sweeten it with a little powdered sugar. Yeah. Rhonda Lee is a Boston marathoner now. Uh-oh. Yes, Rhonda Lee. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. I thought they were closer, yours and ours. I didn't realize they were over a month apart. Yeah, canned whipped cream in a pinch, not too bad. The folks at Ready Whip do kind of know what they're doing. And they make one out of coconut milk that's actually quite good. So as long as you're okay with the sugar content, if you're looking for a good whip topping that is vegan friendly, that's an option as well. How am I keeping the camera so steady? Well, it's actually due to my incredibly smooth running gait and the fact that I'm keeping my steps small and I'm not bouncing. You buy that? Well, I think that has a little something to do with it, but I'm also using a gimbal that holds my cell phone and stabilizes it, and basically is a gyroscopically balanced selfie stick. So, yes, I'd like to take the credit. I can't. Oh, okay, so there's a formula. Second Monday in October. Gotcha, like ours is the last Thursday in November. Yes, not a fan. When you get into the fake milks, coconut was kind of low down there. And that's not the same as coconut water, for rehydration, or it's really not even the same as coconut milk for cooking. Like if you're getting the canned coconut milk to maybe make coconut rice or for Thai cooking. Aha. Amy's giving up all the secrets, although I did give it up myself. Thank you very much, Jen. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jennifer, if you're looking, this gimbal is made by DJI. It's the DJI Osmo. I believe they're up to the Osmo Mobile 4 now. This is the 3. It's a little over $100. It kind of fits most modern smartphones, as long as they're not like insanely large or like flip phones. Well, actually, I say that, but now they have flippable smartphones. So it fits most normal smartphones that are basically a rectangular slab, and it stabilizes and works very, very well. Doesn't matter, iOS or Android, but they're great for doing selfies. The software it comes with can follow your face and do all kinds of fancy stuff. You can do hand signals to trigger selfies or start or stop the camera, that type of thing. It's pretty cool. Whew. We are 12 segments into this run. We have 18 more to go. And again, like we said, short stride, rapid turnover, not reaching with the heel, and a pace that wouldn't prevent you from having a conversation during your run. And that you're not going to be dying at the end. Let's see. The Beantown Beast. I love it. Yes. Jennifer, have you recovered? It was a busy weekend for big races. Crazy busy for people. And we're about to go into the next run segment. When I finish at the end, I'll share with you guys the stats for today to give you an idea of what you could expect with a 1-to-3 ratio and only a 15-second run. I think that most people are going to be pretty pleasantly surprised. Give yourself time. You were out of town for most of it. I don't blame you. It's like when I used to live in Tampa. I didn't want to get anywhere near Bayshore during the Gasparilla. And that's nowhere near as large of a race. But the city celebration of Gasparilla is enormous. It actually eclipses the race. And it's a zoo. We've had bunnies. It's one of those kinds of days where the traffic is light and the bunnies are out. The weather's really good. Yeah, that Baltimore run too. Seen a lot of people run that. And I guess they had a challenge where you could do, do the back-to-back races. I don't know what's up with us runners in these challenge weekends or challenge runs. I want to say the last time that Amy and I did one where we did 2 races back to back, not separate days, but same day, was Donna 2018? I think 2018. And we did the 5K and immediately got back, got our medals, jumped in line, go, and knocked out the 10K. And that was all in downtown Jacksonville, Florida. Busy run. So much fun though. And we got to run by I believe a Folgers coffee factory, roastery, distribution center. Amy will have to correct me on that one. There was a coffee distribution place of some sort at that race. Come do the Baltimore 5K and then half. And that's in the same day, right? Whew. All right, we're at 17 segments done, 13 to go. I've got a little bit of a sweat going, partly from the exercise, mostly from the humidity, but it is still much more pleasant right now in terms of humidity and heat than it has been in previous weeks. And we're maybe a month away from what we consider fall weather here. And if I see an example, I'll show you what fall in Florida looks like while I'm here on the road. I'm looking. All right. Got a jet. Oh, good seeing you, Jen. Thank you for popping in. Please do. Beer chats are now on Thursdays. We're having to move some things around with schedule. So Thursday nights, we're doing beer chats. And then these live streams here are Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday morning. So please jump in. We'd love to see you. Amy's on to me. Here we go. Here you guys go. Are you ready? Welcome to fall in Florida. That's it. Not much to see. I'm actually a little bit thirsty. I should have stopped for a sip of water. I'll do it on the way back. We're at 11 remaining segments to go. So that means, I think, 6 walks, 5 runs. Yes, we love it when you guys can drop in, and we get it. Life, schedules. Trust us, we get it. We have a podcast episode to edit when we get done, and then and dinner and all that fun stuff still. So we are right there with you guys. There's Amy. And running segment. I'll tell you what, Josh's workouts have my shoulders hurting so bad that holding this thing up ought to count. There's no good way to body mount a selfie camera so you have your hands free. So, not without looking at least like you've got some sort of weird apparatus on. And I don't know how much I'd want to run with that. So I'm just going to have to tough it out. But man, Josh, I don't remember what you call those, the Schwarzeneggers, the Arnolds. Oh, come on, man. I did have a funny coffee moment this morning I can share. So I go to our local Starbucks on the way in because it's on the way to work. And my tastes are pretty simple. I typically very rarely do anything other than large black coffee. That's it. So I walk in, I order, I pay. They don't have the regular house blend coffee. So I'm like, all right, give me the other one. Nope, we don't have that one either. And I'm like, fine, give me the dark roast. We don't have that either. And I'm like, okay, you're killing me, Smalls. I actually said that to the poor girl. You're killing me, Smalls. And I don't think she's old enough to get the reference. So I just said, how about an Americano? And we'll call it even. Like, how is it that you guys are a coffee house and don't have any coffee? And I was very nice about it. I was just teasing. But yeah, I actually went through that this morning. Had to make 4 attempts to get a cup of coffee. Whew. Now, you will get to breathing kind of hard at some point during this training. The key is how quickly do you recover. All in all, I can still hold on a pretty good conversation, even at this level of fatigue, which is a good sign that I'm not overdoing it, and I'm still getting my turnover, running those 1.5 to 2 foot falls every second during that run segment. Yeah, Bath and Body Works. I'd like to get some lotion and shampoo. Yeah, about that. We don't have any. What would you say you sell here? Yeah, Aim, no coffee. I think I came on the tail end of a pop. Our neighborhood Starbucks has a drive-through, and ever since getting the drive-through, they basically get their teeth kicked in every morning, at least once or twice, by the rush. You know, the pre-taking my kids to school rush, and then the rush of, I got rid of the kids, I need my coffee before work. So, you get a good bit of that. They had a basket for put the lotion in the basket. At least that's where my mind goes for that. All right, turn around. This puts me a little closer towards the house as we get to the end. There we go. Okay, good. I called it. Yeah. Good movie. Very good movie. All right, we got 5 more segments to go. It's going to be great. Puts us right near the house for the grand finale. I'll share with you guys some of the stats. And this will be our last week at the 1545. And we will take a look at You know, are we going to keep it at a total, a minute total for the run and the walk segment together? Are we going to go outside of that very neat symmetrical box? What's in the box? I'm sure you got that reference. Whew. All right. There are times where I honestly think that I've sweat enough that my wrist gets smaller during a run. Okay, it's Halloween time, or it's getting to be that time. If you're looking for a Halloween movie, do you count Silence of the Lambs as a Halloween movie or a horror movie? This might spark some debate amongst people. And here's Amy trying to catch her. May not happen. I am thinking seriously that that's an acceptable option for a Halloween movie. However, I'm giving serious consideration to doing John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy, starting with The Thing, moving on to Prince of Darkness, and then In the Mouth of Madness, and bringing Amy along for this artistic ride into the dark side of cinema. I'm sure she'll love it. She's not a fan of horror movies. Good call. Good call. There are a lot of people who wouldn't call it that, though. I don't know. I think there's a good case to be made for it. See? What if I bribe you with Totino's pizza rolls? See, you're seeing in the comments, Amy wants no part of the horror. And look, more fall. More fall. It's just fall everywhere here. The only thing that changes color down here is the license plates. Almost caught up to her. I could get her thoughts on horror in person on the next running segment, but she's so darn quick. And we're in the last, we got one more segment after this, so this will be good. And I just noticed she has her Gasparilla's classic t-shirt on. They're both wearing Publix shirts. This is from the A1A half, which is rapidly becoming one of my favorite recent runs that we did pre-COVID, because it's just a great opportunity to see a great town. Hi.
Hi.
So John Carpenter's trilogy.
No.
Probably not gonna happen.
Uh-uh.
She's like, nope, and ran off. That's it. The Hellraiser series is free on Amazon Prime. Nice. Now that is an acceptable Halloween alternative right there. I like that. I would also go with the classic Clive Barker from the 80s. I mean, take your pick. The original Friday the 13th, they really weren't terribly good after the third one, I think. I mean, there just comes a point when you put Jason in space. I mean, you've just run out of ideas. You're done. We're now in the cool down phase, everybody. So yes, if you're listening to this on replay, we got off into a little side conversation about horror movies for Halloween. Please drop in the chat. Tell us what you're planning on watching or doing. Maybe you're going to watch a movie. Maybe you're going to go to a pumpkin patch. Are you trick-or-treating? Haunted houses. We have some pretty incredible haunted houses in the neighborhood. Amy's leaving. She's out. So, yeah, let us know what you're doing. I may very well end up watching all those movies by myself. I think that in our total time married, I've gotten her to go see exactly 2 horror movies in the entire time that we were married. One was, it was the remake of Evil Dead. Not Evil Dead 2, not the Sam Raimi remake, but the remake from the early 2000s. And the other was Cabin in the Woods. And there's some argument as to whether you can count that as horror as well. Freddy versus Jason. Yes, it was, but I don't know if it was intentionally hilarious. So I don't know if I can give it the full nod, you know. That one gets a little bit of a half nod. Hashtag Yami. I love it. And Rhonda Lee, you can't be a wimp. You're a Boston marathoner. There's no such thing as wimpy Boston marathoners. So, not acceptable. Whew. All right. Hey guys.
Hello.
You don't see a lot of those all over the place. Tandem bicycles. Whew. Man, oh man. All right. Now I'm starting to feel the humidity. The funny thing is, like, you get this real weird sweet spot where the sun's going down, you still get a little bit of sunlight. That's great. But it's shady enough where you're able to get some cool air. But when it goes down, the humidity actually starts to rise. And as you can see, which, by the way, I mean, I'm not complaining. Look at the colors here. Sunsets here are pretty awesome. And you just got to be used to that humidity rise. Temperature drops, but the humidity can go up. Each Friday the 13th movie got funnier. I really think that, I mean, it just became, like I said, when you put Freddy in space, or Jason in space, that was it. And I don't know, I just was not a big fan of the remakes of A Nightmare on Elm Street. I really think they got it. That movie, the first Nightmare on Elm Street, I think is the perfect horror movie. Smart, scary. The effects for the time were fantastic. But if you're wanting something lighter and fair, I would recommend, again, I'll always lean into one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time, Evil Dead 2, not the 2000 something remake, but the 1980s release, Evil Dead 2. It's a horror comedy. And then follow that up with Army of Darkness, which is definitely not a horror movie. It is like an action adventure comedy kind of thing with a horror skin wrapped around it, but not a scary movie at all. Very, very funny though. Great stuff. It really launched Bruce Campbell's career, and he's made quite the career for himself, being kind of the quirky, funny, almost making not fun of the leading man in movies, but I mean, kind of. All right, I'm stopping the watch here just to give you guys a little flavor of how this, how the 1545 works, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. We at 1545 we covered 2.5 miles, 2.48 miles, and average pace was 15 minutes. Well, hold on, my watch is rotating. 15 minutes 14 seconds a mile. So just doing the 1545 puts us below like a Disney sweeper pace, which is exactly what we've been going for. And I think that, as you'll see, starting next week, week 5 and 6, where we kind of kick it up a little bit, that the pace is going to get faster, and we're still going to be able to be conversing and talking and not dying at the end of the race, which is, vitally important. Death is something you should avoid in your recreational activities. Nobody's a fan of that. Oh, let's see here. Josh, you're making a horror movie as we speak. Super cool. Amy says she's a wimp. You are not a wimp. The neighbors wish I had blinds. The cops do too if you're getting called on you, I promise you. All right, let's see. I got my water here. There's no crying in Boston, Rhonda. There's no crying in Boston. No, it's just you were a badass before, but now that you have finished the Boston, even virtually, you're certifiable badass. So I think that's awesome. Exorcist all day. I concur. I think that's, again, is a perfect horror movie. I think some people would argue you may not, that may not fall into the traditional realm of horror. I think it does. It's a little, some people call it a little more thriller. Yes, Josh, this is my boomstick. Ease Amy in with the Texas chainsaw. Oh gosh, no. I don't think that's not easing anybody in. Army of Darkness. She'll humor me and watch that with me sometimes. Yes, it is, Josh. Oh. Chapel White. Oh. We haven't seen that. And should I assume that that's about Jack the Ripper? I can see how that would be a bit of a thriller. Probably a little on the bloody side if it's like a streaming service drama. One thing about streaming services, the handcuffs are off as far as ratings go. I think that they've gotten better about applying that more judiciously for the benefit of the story as opposed to gratuitously, but not all of them. Okay, now you can kind of see it in the distance here. Like, you see these clouds. You can actually make it out like right there, like above the trees. Oop, hold on. Yeah, right in this area right here. That's rain. You can actually see the rain falling. And I think we're going to get some thunderstorms tonight based on what I'm seeing here. Although they say red sky at night, sailor's delight. We're not on the water. The weather guy said we're going to get some rain tonight. So, anyway, I think the point that I was trying to make and then got sidetracked. You guys are so easy to talk to. I get sidetracked. Is that even with that 1545, we're now at the point where, for like we just did today, 2.5 miles, you're at a pace that's not kicking your butt. that would keep you ahead of most race pacers. You know, if it's a 16-minute a mile race minimum or maximum time, then you can easily stay ahead of that and feel pretty confident going in that just doing intervals from the get-go, you're going to be like that. And as we are going to be going, you know, long runs get longer. So we're going to be doing the long run, you know, and starting to add more intervals. And look who's joined me. Hello.
Hi. What did I miss?
Oh, we've been talking horror movies and all the things that you should watch. Everybody's in agreement that you should jump in and watch tons of horror movies with me for Halloween.
That's not true. Rhonda Lee, I saw your comment before I had to put my phone away for an interval.
Well, we're about to wrap up here, and then we're past the cool down now. We're just talking.
Yeah.
But I do need. Yeah, your hashtag is Yamie.
Oh, good. I like it.
Yeah, that's a good one. So.
Do we need a shirt?
I think you might need a shirt for that one.
Do you need a shirt for craft services?
I do need a craft services shirt.
We'll have to reach out to Pam and Ariel. So.
We've been talking about it forever.
And I like Bardstown Beast, right?
Was it Bardstown Beast?
Or Beantown
Beast.
Or, you know what I mean.
I think.
That one.
Trip's saying she's bad on the slow down transition. Trip, check out, like go to our website and you can search go all the way to the bottom, click in the search and type in
cadence drills and acceleration gliders.
Yeah, if you just type in acceleration glider, you should find it.
Mm-hmm.
And Amy Jeff
That's
talks.
what I was doing, which is why I couldn't keep with you.
Oh, I understand. So. And you'll hear Jeff actually talk about the exercise and walk you through how to do it. It helps because on that transition, the slow down transition, it is so easy to beat the hell out of your knees and your quads. And you can actually end up exacerbating shin splints if you've already got them or prone to them.
Yeah.
So Rhonda's like, not true. I support Amy. Come on, Rhonda. Throw me a bone.
No hair. I'm not going to do any
She ain't going to watch it anyway.
No. I'll spend the whole time going like this.
I can't even get her to watch Snakes on a Plane with me.
No. What's in the title?
Snakes, planes.
Yeah. You know which one.
After this weekend of interrupted travel for so many people across the country, I think the scarier part might be planes.
Huh. I don't know.
All right. So there you have it, guys. We are done. Thank you for coming and hanging out during week 4 Redux part D. The hubby had to watch Game of Thrones the day before and tell me when to close my eyes. Rhonda Lee says.
See?
Game of Thrones had some choice moments,
yes,
admittedly.
It's terrible. See the Red Wedding.
Well, the Red Wedding, I'm not going to get into a whole Game of Thrones analysis right now. We'll save it for the coffee chat or the beer chat. Beer chat. She's still trying to figure out when to do coffee chats.
You're rubbing it in.
She's still trying to figure that out.
Because I can't find a place for the coffee chats because my lunch is not consistent.
Yeah.
Yet.
So lunch is not consistent, but her work schedule is. It's a trade-off.
I haven't found and it's a good thing. But
Josh, we love you too, man. Thank you for coming and hanging out.
We love you, Josh, Rhonda Lee, Cheryl, Jennifer Hall, Trip.
And we're trying to figure out. We're looking at the race calendar still. There's still so much is up in the air right now.
Back, yeah.
We've been. I am just catching up. Literally, as I got home, going, what's going on in the coffee crew chat? Apparently, there's stuff happening with races.
Savannah.
So, yeah, we'll unpack some of that on the beer chat on Thursday. After this run that'll be doing, we're going to do this exact same run Thursday, 6 p.m., weather permitting, because right now we just don't know what the weather's pattern is right now.
And then we'll walk right in and do A chat.
after I towel off.
A water chat.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, we love you.
Thank you, Rhonda.
You marathoner.
Thank you, Trip. Yes, all of you Boston marathoners who graced me with your presence. I appreciate that. Baltimore Marathon, Chicago. Yeah.
And the trail full Boston, Cheryl. Gosh. My gosh. So
crazy.
Yeah.
So,
I bow.
Jen flips the bird in Baltimore. #
Ooh, there you go. Could be good.
So, we'll have a new episode in the feed a little later on this evening. Please check that out. And then, of course, tomorrow, Amy has to do her homework for work. And Thursday night, running, beer chat. Join us, please. So, we'll talk to you guys really soon. Good night.
Good night.
Dinner time.